welcome to another episode of the Mighty Movie Pod. We're back in your ear holes. Tell them, Josh.
I was in mid-sentence when you did that.
We were getting ahead of ourselves. We need to start the episode.
Yeah, we got to get onto it. I'm Josh, and I'm also here.
Yes, hello. How are you?
Well.
That's cool. So anyway.
Shut up and listen to me talk.
We got a lot of exciting things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be gentlemen.
There's some ladies.
All right. You write into the podcast. Let us know. Maybe not to Josh. Don't give him your phone number.
Oh my God. Why am I that guy? Don't make me that guy. I refuse to be that guy. You stupid hat. You stupid fucking shirt. Coming into my house making fun of me.
We got lots to talk about. It's going to be great.
Including this fight that we're going to have right now.
Hey, man, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable about you having access to the email, and maybe there's some ladies who want to give us their phone numbers.
I am not a Blizzard CEO.
Well, you're right. This is an Activision.
Yeah, what am I, a Weinstein now?
Yeah, God, that's the worst case scenario. You know,
Yeah.
A lot of times we think, what if this goes nowhere? Like it has been for the past 4 years. But what's
we
worse,
have listeners in the dozens.
it's
okay?
true. What's worse though, we become successful.
Yes.
We get a big head.
Yes.
And then we become a little rapey.
Is this really happening?
Why does it always happen that way, Josh?
I don't understand. I don't know, dude.
As soon as any nerd gets a little bit of cred in their small space,
It's true. Unfortunately.
total idiot.
Yeah.
Every time.
Well, you know what they say. Absolute power corrupts. a lot.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes. A lot. Oh.
Did you do that right? Or
I did it right. So talking about Chris Pratt. Moving right into that.
Wait, did Chris Pratt do something now?
No, it's just another saying, right? So we're talking about people who make it, right? And they change. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, these software developers and these, it doesn't help that the online
Well, it's not
fandom.
even software developers. There's also the Twitch streamers and shit.
Yes. Well, that's what I was going to get into. So have you ever, because they kind of go hand in hand. A super fan of something gets other people on their side because they're fans of it together. But the people who are making the shit that all these people are fans of, they've got some real influence.
They've got the clout.
And for whatever reason, they all
Kudos.
seem to be fucking idiots.
Yeah.
So,
Are we
have you
talking-
ever heard of it's like back before everything was just, there was only 3 sites. Everything was on Twitter, Reddit, or Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Like live blog, they were talking about the Final Fantasy
God.
house. Do you remember the Final Fantasy house?
No, but I remember live blog.
Okay. So the Final Fantasy house, there was a girl that was running, it's basically a cult. So they said that they were soul bonded with certain Final Fantasy 7 characters, right?
Soul bond.
Soul bonded. Like they are them,
Oh,
like reincarnated
I am
or
Barrett.
incarnate.
They would have
I
to
guess
be.
would be.
They would have to be them incarnate. Like
Yes.
you are Barrett in real life.
There's-
I'm Red 13. I talk a lot and
Yeah.
walk on all fours and have a fire tail, but it's just my butt.
So, yeah, there's a leader to this cult. It's a Final Fantasy house. Apparently, it's disgusting. People just move in. She steals all their money and just weird shit like that. So
Sounds dope.
That shit happens all the time. And for whatever reason in the nerd culture. So take that. Now imagine the people who are making this shit, the actual video game, doing weird shit like that. On top of the fact that everybody's more connected. I don't know what's going on at Blizzard Activision, but apparently it's the fucking worst.
You brought up Chris Pratt. I thought this was
Chris
gonna tie
Pratt.
back into
Sorry.
Chris Pratt.
Back to Chris Pratt. You were talking about absolute power and absolute corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this last time, but it's relatability will bring you success, and then success will kill your relatability.
Oh yeah.
So like everybody loves Chris Pratt because he's like, look at that guy, he's a goofball.
He's
and
already
now,
starting to fade, dude. Like I mean, people are getting sick of his shit. It's happened to Jennifer Lawrence, happened to Anne Hathaway. It happened to there's a guy, Jonah Hill. Happened to Jonah Hill. Happened to Michael Cera. I almost said Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, exactly. And now everybody fucking hates him and is tired of his shit because he's not the same guy. Blizzard, the darling of the PC gaming community, Warcraft, StarCraft, whatever. Overwatch was a huge success for them. And then look what happens. They're no longer cool. They're Activision, and they fucking they're the biggest con that they ever did was trying to convince people that their games took so long to come out because they got to make sure it's right. When in fact they were making the women do all of the work while they played Call of Duty and sexually harassed them.
Yeah. Well, to coin another phrase, from one Harvey Dent Two-Face, you either die a hero or live long enough to see you become a rapist.
Dude, exactly. I'm glad we were able to go through all of the sayings we could remember and relate them to why Bobby Kotick shouldn't have a job anymore.
No. And the thing is like, even if they get rid of him in like 2 years, he's going to be the head of like, fucking Konami or something like that.
He'll still be in Moneyball too,
Oh, yeah. Moneyball too. Money baller.
Money ballery.
Money balls.
Moneyball. Moneyball 2. Moneyballs. Great title.
My God.
Okay, we have a little bit of housekeeping to do.
Okay.
We know it's been a hot minute, but we are going to get to Shang-Chi. Sorry.
Shang-Chi.
We both have seen it now.
Yes.
There's a newer Edgar Wright, fucking Mighty Fish podcast darling.
Oh, yeah. We love us an Edgar Wright.
He's going out of his zone here. We got a new horror psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Sure. That's interesting. We're going to talk about that. We could talk about Halloween Kills, but I think we'll just do it right now. It's really bad.
It's terrible.
Michael Myers kills some people and some of those sequences are good, but the entire story almost acts like the last story didn't happen, even though taking place directly after it.
It's just,
and it sucks.
It's literally Halloween reference the Halloween movie.
Yeah, it's a Halloween reference mixed with it's the Purge now, kind of.
It did have a purge. Yeah, it had some purgy vibes.
And they didn't trust
tonight. Evil dies.
Yeah, evil dies tonight.
Shut the fuck up.
And even though their heavy-handed, dumb ideas were so stupid and heavy-handed, they still didn't trust the audience to understand. So they put in dialogue like, he's turning us into monsters. And they're like, it's not him. You're all crazy.
All you people suck anyway.
Yeah. And then while we watch Michael Myers be clearly not human, and he's just like a super beast from the song Super Beast. We have to have.
Wait. Was that a Power Man 5000 song?
Was it? I thought it was Rob Zombie.
Or was it Rob Zombie? Yeah.
I think it's.
It's the one that you wanted. Hell yeah. I'm the Super Beast.
Yeah. And that's him. But we still needed Jamie Lee Curtis and what's his face to be like, he's not human. He's so strong.
And that was what I liked about the 2018?
27, 2018, whatever.
Like that. Yeah, no, we watched
Go and listen to that one. I love that movie.
The movie's fucking great. And I was just going to say, that was what I liked about that because it took it back to the roots of the first one where he's just a fucking crazy dude. Mm-hmm. Laurie's just there.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with
one guy had it in his mind. And they even brought that up in this one. But then they kind of just go right back to that he has a bigger purpose. All the characters are from older movies and they all feel like they're involved. It's like fan fiction.
I feel like what they're trying to do is incorporate all of the Michael Myers mythos into these new ones. And it's like, no, the thing about Halloween is it sucks after the first one. Mm-hmm. And you take what you can from it. And some of them are good, like 4 and 5 are really good.
And this last one, sure, it's a soft reboot. It's that movie again, but familiar characters, and they it takes you back there, and it's a little different.
Yeah.
They could have moved forward, but instead they were like, now let's re-explain Halloween to people.
Halloween 2.
Yeah, to people who are watching this movie that is a direct sequel to the last movie that did less exposition than this movie, even though this is a sequel to that.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
It sucks.
No, and that's what sucked, dude. Is it grabbed all the fears that I had about the first one, the 2018
remake.
one,
Yeah, the sequel remake, the C-boot.
C-boot, is that what? Yeah, whatever. Where I was just like, I'm afraid it's just gonna be that, and they didn't do it, and I was super pumped. And when I was just like, that's a great way to end it. Fucking boom, that's it. And then when they did a trailer for this, I was like, no, because you're just going to fuck it up. And I was right. They just fucked it up. Everything that they did that was super cool in the 2018 one, they crumpled it up, threw it in the trash can, and went, nah. Let's just make it dumb again. And it's, I swear to God, we were one fucking roundhouse kick away from Busta Rhymes.
Yeah. Very close to that. And yeah, there are certain sequences. Like, it seems like they wrote the kill scenes and the plot of the movie separately.
Didn't matter. Yeah. They just wrote it. It felt like one of those movies where they planned out all the action sequences and then wrote a movie around it.
Yeah. They turned it into a dumb slasher again. Yeah. And it's like, ugh. All right.
No, I knew that the movie was going to be garbage when he murdered an entire fire department. Yeah. I was just like, this is stupid.
It was stupid. And if like, that's all they did,
it was fun, dumb. Yeah. And I was like, oh God, this is going to be dumb. Okay, cool. Let's just go with this. And then it just got worse.
While it's happening, they're bringing a bunch of characters nobody cares about, talking about how
they
involved.
Had a couple of the Real Housewives in
they
there.
Did, yeah.
Because they were actually in the movie.
But like, again, we're involved in this and we won't let it go. And it's like, yeah, that's what I want to see. That it worked for Laurie's character in the last one because like it showed that she wasn't able to let go. And it showed the family drama that came along with it. These people, they didn't show any adverse effects to this. It just showed that they're a bunch of creeps who are like, we're part of this.
Yeah.
It was fan fiction.
No, that was what I loved about the 2018 one with Laurie's character was they were just like, no, Laurie's fucking out of her goddamn mind. Michael does not give two shits about her. The only reason he tried to kill her was because the fucking doctor brought her to her fucking doorstep.
Yeah.
And she was like, I knew you'd come.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you're both fucking crazy. And they should have ended it the way that I wanted it to end, where they just killed each other. Mm-hmm. That would have been great.
Yeah.
But no. We had to do.
We're setting up for a third of this trilogy.
Yeah.
And you don't want to know something? I'm going to watch it and complain about it.
The thing that cracks me up is that this is all taking place on the same night.
On one night.
And it's fucking 3 movies spanning with the span of like 2 years in between each.
Yeah, because I thought what was going to happen was he kills a fire department. She's in the hospital. It is what it is. And then like 1 year later.
Yeah, like he fucks off and then he comes back.
He fucks off or whatever. Yeah. Or maybe it's a whole
different
town.
Hunted him down.
Yeah. He's back in jail. I don't know. Do the same movie again. It would have been better than whatever the hell this is. It would have been fucking boring, but this was aggravating.
That would have been kind of cool though, because that would have kicked it back again to that old retro style where every sequel was just the same fucking movie again.
Yeah, if they did if they were a little cheeky about it, like a 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
And we're like making fun of the fact that they're doing a sequel while doing a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could have worked too.
But no.
They fucked it up pretty bad.
Yeah.
And he's going to make an Exorcist reboot as well. So
I'm trying not to bang my head against the microphone. Leave The Exorcist alone.
Can't.
It's got one good sequel. That's Exorcist 3. You didn't need Exorcist 2. Pazuzu. Nobody needs that shit. Seriously, if you've never seen The Exorcist, watch The Exorcist and watch Exorcist 3 and stop.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't watch any of the other movies surrounding those two.
Very true.
Should I close my windows?
Whatever. Yeah, that's it. That's all. If you were like, should I watch Halloween Kills in December? No. I mean, you can, but don't expect a lot.
You can, but don't.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't. Nah. Anyway.
Wow. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Jesus.
I'll give you a Coke Zero.
Ugh.
It's good now.
No, it's not.
It is.
I don't believe you.
It is.
I don't believe you.
Diet Coke
You also
sucks.
said Coke coffee was good.
Coke with coffee is It has no right to be good.
No.
And it's fucking good.
I gave you that entire case.
You want to? Oh, no, that was Coke Energy, and that's not very.
Was
good.
that Coke Energy?
Yeah, that's not very good.
Okay, I thought I gave you
Coke with coffee. Let me tell you what it tastes like.
Don't. It tastes like Coke with coffee.
It tastes like Coke with coffee. And for whatever reason, it tastes exactly what you think it is, and it tastes great. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
Just a regular black. I don't get vanilla or caramel. Just a black coffee with Coke.
I am rethinking our entire friendship right now.
It's weird.
Stop drinking my beer. Get out of my house.
All right. Well, this one's over.
Yeah.
Roll.
Last
the tape.
episode of the podcast.
So that's some housekeeping. That's out of the way. That's a quick.
I love that we called that housekeeping.
Well, because it's 2 months old.
Yeah, we didn't do a Halloween episode.
We didn't do a Halloween episode. We fucked off for way too long, and now we're here with way too many movies to talk about.
Yeah.
And we could make separate episodes, but we do what we want. What do you want to talk about next?
He's got his hat backwards. He's such a badass right now. Dude,
cool.
do you want to get into Shang-Chi and Last Night in Soho?
Let's talk about Shang-Chi.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The League of Legends show on Netflix, Arcane, is one of the best fucking shows I've ever seen. It's fantastic. It is by far the best animated show I've ever seen. It is visually orgasmic.
Oh wow.
It is a very beautifully animated show. It is really cool. Every frame looks like a painting. It's got that kind of Dishonored, hand painted. Everything's kind of rough, segmented faces and everything like that, where you can see the lines that they use to draw. It's really fucking dope looking. I love it. And there's whenever there's like a cloud of, whenever there's fire or like a smoke or like somebody gets an impact, they do like a 2D like cloud of fire or smoke or something like that. And it looks great. It's incredibly stylistic. Story's really cool. Vi is one of the dopest fucking heroes in the world. I love that character. Super cool chick. Check it out.
She's one of the pop stars. Some of the League of Legends characters are canonically pop stars. K-pop stars.
I don't think anybody's a K-pop star that I know of in
That's
the
good
show.
to know. Now, I've been meaning to-
Vi's the one with the huge fucking like in my head, I'm like, I want to go like, oh, she's Gully from Battle Chasers because she's tiny and then has fucking big gloves.
I actually do know who that is.
Yeah, but in my head, I'm also thinking, I'm like, no, like take a skinny chick and put like Hulk gloves on her.
Got it.
You know, like that's what. Yeah, she's got the big armored gloves, and she doesn't get them till like the second act, and only towards the end. I think it's like the second to last episode. She gets the big metal gloves and shit, and it's unfortunately one of her coolest fight scenes is filled with terrible pop music. The score for the show is really fucking good. The music that they add, the pop music that's in it is like all of the bands that I've ever fucking hated. Like the theme song is by Imagine Dragons, and I want to vomit. That's the only time I've ever been like happy to skip the intro because I can't stand that fucking band. And it's her and Jace, and they're fighting a bunch of like fucking yoked up dudes that are all fucked up on this magic drug. And there's this god awful pop song playing in the background, and it's terrible. It kind of like the fight scene's amazing, but the music just fucking kills it for me, and it sucks. And the entire second act is filled with all of their shitty pop songs that they fucking licensed for the show, and they're awful. But Jinx is really cool too. I like what they did with her. I don't know fuck all about League of Legends.
Yeah, neither do I.
And I'm never going to play the fucking game. I'm just going to keep watching the show.
Well,
keep watching the show.
The good news is, Josh, eventually I guess they're working on an MMO based on League of Legends.
I'm also not going to play that.
Yeah, you will.
I might check out The Ruined King, though, because it's by Airship Syndicate, and that's my boy Joe Mad.
True.
I love the Darksiders games. I love the Battle Chasers comic. When I got into the X-Men that he was who was drawing it. That was one of the reasons I got into it. They did the Battle Chasers Night War game, the Darksiders Genesis that we both played, that we both loved.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to check out the Ruined King. I've heard mixed reviews, which I always think is a good thing when it comes to video games, because 9 times out of 10, if it's got mixed reviews, I thoroughly enjoy it. So, yeah, check out Arcane.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check it out. I've just been trying to watch so much stuff, and actually, I've succeeded. I have watched a lot of things recently. Where I was kind of fucking off for a while there. If we're talking about TV really quick, another Apple TV Plus thing. It's called The Shrink Next Door. It has Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell in it. Will Ferrell doing a serious kind of dramatic.
Say, does he play the straight man?
He plays a straight man. It's more of a stranger than fiction type of type of performance.
I think he should start doing more of that, because I think he's really good at that.
It's sad when you watch him do something like Sherlock Holmes, right?
Yeah,
Holmes
or I'm
and
just
Watson.
like, dude, your shit's
like, he's a funny guy, and that's the
he's
thing.
hilarious.
Is he has like funny moments, because like it's a subdued. He's playing a character. He's not just Will Ferrelling it up.
Yeah. Nobody just unchained him.
Yes.
It's just like, go do that weird thing that you do where you start shouting and it's funny.
And Paul Rudd just kind of playing a piece of shit psychiatrist. It's when I was talking about Ted Lasso, I was like, it's nice. It's like it's like not mean spirited. It's this and this and that. This is the antithesis to that. It is just everybody kind of is sort of awful.
When you said Paul Rudd, I was just like, okay, Paul Rudd characters in comedy, he's either a piece of shit or a naive moron.
Yep. Piece of shit. It's still going on. I'm really into it, but yes, it just makes you kind of feel bad. Everything kind of sucks. Catherine Zahn? Is that who I'm thinking of? Who's in WandaVision?
Catherine Hahn.
Catherine Hahn. There we go.
Catherine Hahn is great.
Catherine Hahn. She hasn't been in it in the later episodes. She's plays his Will Ferrell's sister. A lot of it's like late 80s New York.
Okay.
Jewish characters. So imagine a little bit of yelling and like that going on. Family dynamic.
I got you. Yeah.
It's meant to kind of get under your skin a little bit and
like,
just kind of feel like fucking.
Yeah, no. Yeah. What you're describing makes me think of I think it's the Horowitz stories. It's Adam Sandler.
Oh.
I'm blanking on his name. Rain Man.
Oh.
Played Captain Hook. Fuck. What is that guy's goddamn name? I keep wanting to say Patrick Duffy, and that's not who it is. That's the guy from fucking Dallas and Step by Step.
No, not Patrick Duffy.
I am literally completely This is so embarrassing right now.
Rain Man.
Help me.
Rain Man.
Help me. Stop saying
Who
Rain
plays
Man?
Rain Man?
I don't know.
His name's Tom Cruise's character is Raymond.
No. Yes?
Yeah, well, because, oh, God. He couldn't say Raymond.
He couldn't say
Wait,
Raymond,
no.
So he said...
No. Tom Cruise was not able to say Raymond, which is this character's name, so he called him Rain Man.
Yeah. This is shitty. All right, what's his name?
What is his name?
What is his name? You don't even know his name, you fuck. You're acting all smug over there. You don't even know his goddamn
Let's see. What
name.
else can we go through? He's in Meet the Fockers.
Yes, I know that. I know what he's been in. I can't think of his name.
Let's see. What else can we pick from?
I'm not going to do this with you, man. This is Dustin Hoffman. You don't even know his goddamn name.
He's the Hoffman.
I cheated. I looked it up. He's the Hoffman.
He's the Hoffman. But yes, a very similar vibe to that.
Yeah.
Michael Showalter directs the show. I don't know.
Okay.
If you don't know who that is, Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah.
Amazingly funny guy. Did Michael and Michael.
Super funny. Yeah. Very fucking funny.
And I guess it would be.
Oh, God, yeah, because it was Michael Showalter and Michael Ian Black.
Yes.
That show was fucking great.
So it's a dark comedy, but it's it doesn't pull any punches on just kind of being shitty, because I guess it's based on true events. I guess there was a podcast series about this true story of this crazy bullshit that went on.
Shit.
And it's just, it's crazy. It makes you feel kind of like shit. It's cool to see Will Ferrell, doing some character acting, like not just being weird, and, you know, improving and shit like that. He's not just
being Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. If you have Apple TV Plus, just go ahead and watch it. There's 4 things to watch. That should be one of them. They put out good stuff.
I keep,
but I don't know if it's worth
signing
$5
up for a free trial because I want to check out the Foundation
Like
show.
I said last podcast, I'll sign you in. Don't worry about it.
All right,
I'll sign you in, but you have to watch the Beastie Boys.
Oh, of course. No,
It's super good.
I completely forgot about that.
It's like a documentary stage show kind of thing.
I remember being really jealous that you and Brandon had seen that, and I was like, "Fuck, I really want to watch that." And I went online to find out where to watch it.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me where to watch it, and I found I was on ITV, and I was like, "Man, I'm already fucking stretched thin on streaming services
right
as it is,
yeah.
dude."
I'll sign you in. I keep paying $5 a month for it. I'll sign you in. Anyway, that's the TV out of the way. Unless you want to talk about, fuck, I don't have anything.
The
stupid.
Christmas episode of Bob's Burgers
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
just
no.
watched.
I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm like, have I seen the other TV? Like, people still watching 911? I don't watch it, but we could talk about it. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Shang-Chi.
Wow, he doesn't even wait for an answer.
No.
He's just fucking. He turned his hat backwards.
I've got the laptop,
and he turned into
Josh.
a giant douche.
Let's talk about Shang-Chi, because this one's this is overdue, let's say.
Yeah, we're lagging on that one. I'm waiting for you to watch Eternals.
Yeah,
because I really, really want to talk about Eternals, and I don't think that one comes to Disney.
I
wanted
to. I have a bunch of movie tickets I've already paid for because I keep forgetting to cancel my movie club subscription. So
I thought you would have done that by now because you were so angry.
Right, I think I have 4. So now I have 2 movies worth. I need to get it out of there. Anyway, I did want to have that done by the time we did this podcast, because it'd be nice to talk about both of them.
Yeah,
to talk about the state that Marvel's in, especially Hawkeye has just started. But let's go back.
Oh, dude.
We'll talk about that later.
I was going to say, did you want it? Because we just did TV. Do you want to talk about Hawkeye right now?
We're giving it our 3. We're giving it
it 3? All right. I'll just a quick one right now from on behalf of both of us. It's on thin ice.
We may be only talking about 3 episodes of that show.
I am enraged at how much I don't like that show.
It's very bad.
I've been waiting for Hawkeye to get his due, and in my opinion, he still hasn't.
I was going to say, you still are. Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
But let's talk about the second movie that has come out this year, in terms of Marvel Disney. Shang-Chi.
I've been saying Shang-Chi this for fucking years. Apparently,
for 40 years.
I'm a gigantic asshole. And it's Shang-Chi. It's not been 40 years. I haven't even known who Shang-Chi was for 40 years. Let's say 20.
All right, for 20 years. I didn't know either. I've been saying it wrong, but only for the 4 months leading up to that movie coming out until it was like,
what do you know about Shang-Chi? Oh, he's dope as shit, man. He's like Bruce Lee, but cool. Because he's the comic book character.
He is like Bruce Lee, but cool.
Bruce Lee is cool as
Josh,
shit.
what did you think about Shang-Chi?
I didn't like it.
Okay.
The period.
Why?
Okay. When it started, I was fucking into it. I loved it when it was just a fucking dope-ass kung fu film. It was so cool. You were getting these callbacks to Jackie Chan, to Bruce Lee, to Jet Li, to fucking... I can't think of his name. He plays Ip Man in the movies.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. No, Donnie Yen. I thought it was so cool, dude. There is literally scenes in there that are cut out of like Police Story and A Rumble in the Bronx and all the cool there's so much cool
That's
shit
why
in
it's
there.
cool as shit.
And it was awesome. And then it lags in the middle. I hate. I hate the pit.
Dude, the pit. Oh,
I
God.
hate the pit. Okay, in the apartments that we live in, there is a complex right behind us that's
Down a
lower
hill,
than we
yeah.
are. So we call it the pit. And it's the people
Because
that you would think.
Yeah, it's a pit of scum and villainy.
It is. There no greater hive of scum and villainy in the LA County area
The greater LA area, yes.
than
The pit.
the pit.
So anyway, I'm gonna keep that beeping in because it's pretty funny. But what were you saying?
I don't even remember.
Right? Neither do I.
Oh no. It's a great kung fu movie, and it's the only complaint that I had in the first was that you had these awesome fight scenes and stuff, and then you get that Marvel CGI shit that kind of pulls you out of it. But then you get some more fight scenes, and I felt like it balanced it out a bit. And then in the center of the movie, right in the middle, it just drags and the story just drops like a rock. And I feel like they took that time and were like, oh yeah, fuck, this is supposed to be a superhero movie. And then the last of it is just all lasers and they're throwing beams at each other. And there's fucking...
All of that is 100% correct, Josh.
And I just was like, fuck, man, this sucks.
All of that 100% correct.
It's not that I don't like it or that I hate it. I was just really let down by it because Shang-Chi, yeah, his dad's fucking Mandarin, but like he was always just fucking out there with his fists and shit. He never had like fucking like, oh, I've got the magic now, you know? And it's like, nah, dude, you just punch the shit out of shit, you know?
That's what he did the whole movie until the end.
He got the fucking rings
At the end,
laser beams.
Yeah, at the end, which totally sucked. Yeah, no, you're right. Everything you said is correct.
I will say,
and that's why it's fucking awesome because for most of this movie, it was just a fucking campy kung fu fucking adventure action movie.
That's all we needed.
Yeah, I know. And then, but it's Marvel. So it turns into a Marvel fucking schlocky piece of crap because we've talked about this. We're fucking over it at this point.
Yeah.
But you know what you're signing up for.
I hate to say this, but it feels like they're kind of trying to recapture that magic from the first. And it's like
the post-credit scene got me a little excited. It's like, there's Bruce. There's my boy Bruce.
That was kind of interesting.
Captain Marvel's there.
Yeah, and I was like, it takes place after Endgame. Mm-hmm. His arm's still fucked up.
But he's not Professor Hulk anymore. Yeah.
He's not Professor Hulk anymore. So I was like, that intrigues me. What's going on there?
It's a one-liner. And it's the reality is you don't have for a one-off, it's fine, but you don't have an actor in a contract who's going to only be a CGI unless they sign the contract under that pretense. Because even in Endgame, he did have a section where it was him.
Yeah.
So
and I was going to ask too. Isn't there another Hulk movie coming?
He's been on like a 6-film deal for like 5 films now, and they keep saying they're going to make a Hulk one. Never happened.
Because I remember, I swear to God, that other roadmap that they put out for this shit. Right? Where I stopped paying attention to roadmaps forever ago, but I swear to God, I thought it
was like She-Hulk. Yeah, I thought it was a graphic for like She-Hulk.
It might have been She-Hulk, so we might get Professor Hulk or some kind of explanation when we introduce Jennifer Walters. I think that's her name, Jennifer Walters. Jennifer something.
Jennifer something or other.
Yeah, but I couldn't with it, dude. I liked watching Wu and Abomination throw down, and then he's just like, all right, let's go. And they go through a fucking portal together, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where's Abomination been? Where's he going? You know, that was cool as shit. I liked the way that they made that city look.
Integration with
it's like when they went to Madripoor in Falcon.
It's like the Madripoor thing. So that bit in Hong Kong, that little bit of integration was cool, right? Like I was into that. And then the problem is, Josh, it's really not Marvel. Well, it is because it's a Marvel character, but it was less the Marvel schlock, and it was more they couldn't leave well enough alone.
Yes.
With it being a kung fu movie, and they're like, well, he comes from a magic portal dimension, and then also he gets the 10 rings, and also there's a Cthulhu, and it's like, pick one. Pick one of those things.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
But like the parts where it was like the Marvel universe coming in to taint this awesome kung fu movie, that shit, like, yeah, watching those two fight and then take off through a portal, like, fun. Fucking him fighting his sister, them on the scaffolds outside, the Skyfall fucking
well, and the tone
fight that he had,
the tone,
what's the mask called? Fucking I'm gonna get it wrong, so I'm not gonna say it. The masked guy who has been fucking with him his entire childhood, him showing back up.
Yeah,
I was just like, this is awesome. Then they all sit down and they're like, we have family problems, and I'm clearly losing my mind. And then they had a overly dude, you're right. Also, when fucking Ben Kingsley fucking shows up, that's when the movie goes to shit.
See, and it's funny because I've seen people talk about how that's when the movie got good again.
No.
And I'm like, no.
No
one cares about Ben Kingsley's character.
No.
And if you do, you're not the type of person I want to be around.
The movie goes to shit, but there are parts that I find enjoyment of in that fucking CGI nightmare of a thing. I just didn't let the ending ruin the ruin. What they have a terrible track record with fucking origin story movies. Let's be real here, and this is one of the better, more inventive ones.
Well, and I will give you that on that one, because I did like that his bad guy was not just evil him.
Yeah,
it was his dad, and his dad outclassed him by a large margin. I think one of the things that bothered me too was just a nerd complaint, stupid fucking nitpick, but I wanted the evil dragon to be Fin Fang Foom.
Okay.
Famous for being you don't know who Fin Fang Foom is?
No.
This guy doesn't even know who Fin Fang Foom is.
Oh, geez, dude. You gotta call me out in front of everybody?
Dude, no. Fin Fang Foom is an old Fantastic Four or Iron Man villain who is a gigantic dragon, ancient dragon that wears purple trunks.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And Fin Fang Foom they've done some really cool stuff with him in the last like couple decades and stuff, but he was always kind of corny and goofy. And I think that's one of the reasons that bothered me with the movie is the tonal shift. 'Cause it goes from being this wacky, kind of corny kung fu adventure to being like this, like super serious and heavy,
finding your home and
attempted super serious and heavy, family drama.
Yeah, taking your
thing.
place where you belong and finding the secrets of your family. And like that shit's kind of expected, but it's how they did it Marvel-y.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I feel like the character and the actors kind of deserved better. Like, I don't know. I just thought the movie fell apart.
Oh, it did.
After they leave Hong Kong, the movie just kind of crumbles in on itself.
It absolutely did, but it wasn't incompetent after that. It wasn't nonsense, so I wasn't so upset. But yes, it ruined most of what I loved about the movie.
Yeah.
But it became a separate thing that at least was done somewhat competently. It turned into a CGI mess at a couple points. Characters' motivations got a little weird at one point.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm just kind of like, it was different. I'll give it that. It should have held it the whole way through, and it would have been like perfect.
Yeah.
But when it comes to movies, like, here's the thing. Black Widow has Taskmaster. Let's not forget that. But let's be real here. Do you want to watch Black Widow again, or do you want to watch Shang-Chi again?
See, well, and I was just going to say, I liked it more than Black Widow, and I liked it a lot more, and I liked Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black Panther was a serious letdown for me because he was so cool in Civil War, and then he sucks so much in Black Panther.
Yeah, they somewhat pulled a Black Panther.
They do pull a bit of a Black Panther,
from this, but
it's not as
family drama, things like that. But
but it's not as disappointing to me because I remember we both talked about how Black Panther was a huge letdown, and that's how I'm let down
It's
by
in the
this movie.
it's in the middle for me. But
yeah,
like,
it's a
no, it's
good.
no Thor 2. It's no Iron Man
No,
3.
this
It's no
is-
Civil War.
it's in there
which
with,
he was
like-
good in Civil War.
It's
but
in there with like Ant-Man,
sure, yeah,
even though Ant-Man's one of my favorites.
yeah. Maybe it's just because.
But see-
it's just because of San Francisco. But I was kind of like, I'm like pretty amped
I
up.
thought,
Like,
well, see,
like
and that's what cracked me up too, because I was kind of expecting like Ant-Man to show up at one point, because I was like, oh, we're all in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool if he shows up when the fucking train gets busted, but he's late because he's fucking Ant-Man. And Shang-Chi's already handled the shit, and they have this weird awkward. Like, I mean, Falcon showed up in the first Ant-Man. Why
Mm-hmm.
couldn't Ant-Man show up in Shang-Chi? I don't know. Anyway, maybe Paul Rudd was busy.
he was making The Shrink Next Door.
He was making The Shrink Next Door, or Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's been done for a while, but yes.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Well, clearly, I think they had some reshoots. That's all good.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
That's what I heard.
Oh, okay. But it didn't quite get there with me, dude. And I hate to say that, because I was really pumped to see this, and it made me excited, because I was hoping that it would be just knocking out of the park for me, because Iron Fist was such a fucking letdown, and I love my street level superheroes.
Let me tell you what happened to you, Josh. It's happened to me. You just got the Amazing Spider-Man. That's what happened to you. The movie's not that bad. I'll admit that, but I fucking hate it. And I think that's what's happening with you here. Your expectations were too high, my dude. I went in going, whatever. And I was like, well, this is fun and cool as shit. Yeah, it's kind of shitty at the end.
All right. No, that's fair enough.
I'm well recorded of how I feel about the Amazing Spider-Man.
I know
you think it's one of the best.
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Second one's a giant pile of crap.
Which I don't know if we talked about this on the record,
dude.
or if we were just sitting on your couch. I was like, what are they going to do? Bring in the lizard? And like, the lizard is totally in this new Spider-Man.
Because when I watched the trailer, I looked at the lineup of all the villains that show up. It's the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
So that's why we're getting all of those characters. Like,
I love that they're trying to keep it under wraps. Like, we don't already know there's going to be more Spider-Man. So in the trailer, if you notice at the end, the lizard just gets kicked by nothing. He's like, ooh. It's like, because they just took out the other Spider-Man.
I did notice that the hand that's reaching to grab somebody is totally the Amazing
suit.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
suit.
Mm-hmm.
So but then I read an article somewhere that was just like, no Tobey Maguire, no Andrew Garfield.
They're totally.
And I was
and
like,
it's-
that's dumb as shit, dude. You don't do fucking Into the Spider-Verse and then Marvel being like, we got to get in on this multiverse shit,
or then being like, is this Peter Parker? No. And it's just like, well, I don't know who he's looking for. Like, yeah, like we're a bunch of fucking idiots.
Exactly.
Whatever. I'm gonna love that movie, and it's gonna drive you insane.
Yeah, because I hate the Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
But there's more. Toby's back.
I know, yeah. I don't even really like Toby that much. I don't
Come
even really like
on.
Andrew Garfield that much. I'm a Miles Morales boy now. I said it on record.
Let's bring Miles into this.
Dude, if Miles shows up, Miles would have to be like 5 years old.
It's the multiverse.
It is the multiverse. Yeah, it is the
Let's
multiverse.
bring fucking Oscar Isaacs in here.
Okay, what if? I love how we just
Yeah, we're like
shifted.
Shang-Chi. We agree on the exact same points, and
we
I
just
love
had-
it, and you
yeah,
hate it.
and I didn't like it. Yeah,
There it is.
there it is. No,
It's worth watching. It's on Disney Plus. Go watch it.
What if, Ryan, we get Andrew Garfield, we get Tobey Maguire, we get douchebag Tom Holland.
He seems like a nice guy.
Oh, he seems perfectly fine. I don't know why I hate him so much. I
mean,
just fucking hate him.
I know how that feels.
And then smack in the middle is animated Miles Morales. Don't make him a real person. Make him animated Miles Morales. Or fucking just throw it all out the window, bring in a Parker, and it's Jake Johnson's animated Peter B. Parker.
It's not out of the question.
I would think that's hilarious if they Roger Rabbited this fucking movie. I doubt they will, but I think it would be dope as shit.
So I don't know if we've talked about this before. the G4 is back. I was making fun of Multiverses, right? Which is WB's new platform fighting game.
See, and I was thinking about this, and I was like, he's not fully grasping all of the WB properties.
Yeah.
You know?
We're going to have Neo fighting fucking Bugs Bunny.
Neo's going to fight Bugs Bunny. Yeah, we got Neo fighting Bugs Bunny, but then I was like, didn't they do Harry Met Sally? What if Harry fights Sally?
Dude, or they're a combo like the Ice Climbers.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so Sessler was talking about that. It was one of in their more casual talks. I don't know if it was part of X Player, part of the hours before and after.
They own Friends.
That I'm like not sure is part of the show because I don't have cable or not. It doesn't matter. He was talking about, I didn't know, he's a big DC buff. He's not really a Marvel guy. He's a DC guy. And he
That's
was
such a rarity.
And he was talking about that one of the best runs of Batman in the last few years was Batman with Porky Pig. Okay. And he talked about what artist did it, what writer wrote it, and what it was about. And he's like, nah. He's like, everybody's being cynical about this. He's like, I think it's going to work out. And I'm just kind of like, I feel like it's not out of the question for Sony to pull, because they're in control of this. Marvel's got a big say. But for Sony to be like, we want to put in some of our properties, and we're going to get in fucking into the Spider-Verse.
That'd be kind of cool.
Throw in an animated character.
An
animated segment, I guess I should say, while we're going through the multiverse here.
Well, and I was going to say, even if it's just an in-credit scene and Miles pops up, but, everything's already solved. He's like, what'd I miss?
Sure.
That'd be kind of cool.
Sure.
It's funny you bring up Batman and Porky Pig. Didn't know that existed. But it makes me think of the time the Punisher showed up in the Archie comics, and it was really fucking. I actually picked that one up.
He just killed Sabrina.
Dude, somebody's trying to kill Archie, if I remember right, and Punisher comes out. I haven't read it in years, and I forgot most of it, but I remember really, really fucking digging it. I was like, the Punisher's in Archie. This is nuts.
We have a cynical approach to most of these things that just seem like fan service and money grabs.
But sometimes
it just totally depends if the people they put in charge took the task and weren't just doing a job, or if they cared. That's what happens.
There's a difference between fan service and nostalgia and just on face value, just to cash in on it. And there's somebody who's just like, no, I know what you want me to do. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do it right.
And there's precedent, and they pull from that, and they have different ideas. Mm-hmm. And then on the other,
in the comics, there's 19 different Spider people right now. Mm-hmm. One of my friends sent me an article the other day about how, because Miles Morales exists in regular Marvel continuity now as one of the 400 Spider-Men that exist in Marvel now. But apparently, when Dr. Octopus took over Spider-Man, took over Peter Parker's body, it's Spider-Man's really crazy. He took over Peter Parker's body for a while there, and in order to make money, he sold the trademark to the Spider-Man name. So now another company owns it, and they're suing Spider people for using the name Spider-Man, and Miles Morales is apparently in a whole bunch of trouble.
That's pretty good.
And my eyes glazed over while I was reading the article, because I haven't read Spider-Man in fucking decades.
Sure. Remember when people were mad about Miles Morales, and now he's like everybody's favorite Spider-Man?
So angry about Miles Morales. I think they called him a minority man.
Yeah,
because he's Mexican and black.
Yeah, black Latino.
And I think somebody started some fake news thing where he was also gay.
Yeah, they said he was gay, and he never was.
He's never been gay.
I don't know why.
As far as I know, he's in.
And it doesn't matter.
And but it's just.
But it was he was the Latino, black, gay. They were trying to say he was
he was everything to everybody.
This inclusivity gone rampant.
And
guy.
My response to that was just pick up an issue of X-Men.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
And he's everybody's favorite Spider-Man now.
Dude, he's awesome. He's super cool. I read a little bit of Miles Morales back in the day, and I thought he was all right. Under my age range, but I was like, no, this kid's cool, dude. It's good that they're reinventing the Peter Parker the Spider-Man origin with a different character.
Yeah.
With different power sets. And
That's how you do it. Instead of just having, instead of which run of Peter Parker's Spider-Man do I need to get to have the good story?
Yeah.
Come on, man. There should be one. There should be one. They should have it. You can revisit it and do whatever, but like if they want to start over, like get a new character, find a way to make it fit in. That's fun.
Well, that's
the new 52 they did in DC, which I know a lot of those didn't.
A lot
take
of them are pretty
off,
shit, but like Aquaman was really good. Batman was amazing. The Superman shit was god awful. The Green Lantern stuff was really good. But then you had Grant Morrison writing it, so you can't.
And I know a lot of those were like it was Bruce Wayne and whatever again, but like you can do that and put a new twist on it, put a new character.
Oh yeah, when Dick Grayson took over the title of Batman, and you had that piece of shit Robin Damian Wayne, who's apparently become everybody's darling, and Tim Drake's just got shoved to the side, and that fucking pisses me off because Robin wouldn't be cool without Tim Drake. Everybody loves Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne, and everybody apparently just hates Tim, and I don't get it because Robin was a fucking joke back in the day. Dick Grayson wasn't cool till he became Nightwing, and then everybody loved Dick Grayson.
All the kids at the orphanage call me Dick. Well, kids can be cruel.
Still my very favorite fucking joke in the world. But no, that was the only time I liked Damian and Batman, was because like you had Dick trying to be Bruce and failing, and you had him trying to raise Damian, who's just like, let's just fucking kill him.
Damian is his son, right?
Damian is Bruce's son through Talia al Ghul.
So and from what I understand, Damian. No, never mind. I have nothing to say about Damian. Continue. I'm thinking about Clark's son. Never mind.
Oh, John.
Yeah.
No,
wicked gay.
John.
He's not gay. He's bisexual, I believe.
Is he really?
We talked about this.
No, you were talking to me about Tim, because Tim is now whatever. Yeah. No, it was Robin. It was Tim Drake.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. You sent me an article and you said, "How do you feel about this?" And I was like, you were trying to rope me into being a prick.
I was trying to rope you into it because sometimes you do it, not often.
No.
And it's mostly like the comics I know. It's never anything homophobic or anything like that.
No.
It's usually just like, why did they change this character for no reason? And this is good. Inclusivity should include new characters. Yes. That's why Miles Morales took off and it's awesome.
Yeah. Dude,
everybody loves him.
I fucking love Miles Morales.
I just wanted to stir the pot there.
No,
but I guess there's
no, and I think I told you, I was like, as long as Tim's getting the spotlight again, I don't give a shit what they do.
Yeah,
with him.
and I think I was talking about Superboy and Superboy and the Flash or something. I was reading some of their panels or something in like Teen Titans, and I was like, these dudes want to fuck each other so bad.
No, it's funny you say that because like in the Jeff Johns Teen Titans, Robin and Superboy were the old Superboy, Connor Kent. They were fucking real tight with each other. And
they were special friends.
And I was always kind of like, yo, man, is Tim into Connor?
I feel like we're on a slippery slope with this conversation. For the record, we're actually super into doing cool new stuff with these characters.
Again, like I said, if you're gonna bitch and moan, pick up a copy of X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
They've got inclusivity up the ass, and they've had it for fucking years. Chris Claremont, famously, I think I talked about it on the podcast when we were talking about New Mutants.
Yeah,
he always wanted to do something with Wolfsbane and Danny Moonstar. But because of the time, they couldn't be together. They had to be soulmates and best friends.
And then they paid respect to that in the movie, which was a good thing.
They realized that, which is cool. But at the same time, there are actual full on because like in canon now, they're both straight. Yeah. They're just super good friends. And it's been, I don't know if they've retconned that or anything, but there were actual lesbian characters that also deserved LGBT characters that deserve the spotlight as well. Yeah. And that's always been my issue with the way that Marvel does its stuff, where they'll introduce a character that's a minority or of the homosexual leaning. I don't know what to call it. You know what I mean? It's homosexual. And then they bury those characters, and then they come out with these god awful written characters, and it's just like, no, you have tons of like gay or black or Latino characters that you've shoved into obscurity. Bring them to the forefront, and introduce them to this character that time has forgotten.
Yeah,
that's always been my complaint. It's not,
and
it's not that they're doing that with that character.
No,
it's just like, no, you don't need to do that because that's the character that the general audience recognizes. Bring in these characters that were really cool that you shoved into obscurity. Bring them back.
Exactly. And like, I always like to just make jokes at your expense to try to be like, haha, I got you saying something stupid. It's just for jokes. Like, obviously we're not a bunch of idiots.
No.
I mean, we are, but not like that. And, you always say it much better than me, but like, yes, there is precedent for this going back to Miles Morales, where it's just like, it's not mixed race Peter Parker.
No,
it's
Miles.
It's
Morales.
Miles Morales, who has his own background and his own stuff and his own culture. So it's like, it's better. And it's better than just taking Peter Parker, somebody who was written in the fucking 40s or whenever, and then being like, he's gay or something, It's like, come on, man.
Iceman, Bobby Drake. They just randomly were like, "Oh, you're gay."
Yeah,
and it's like Bobby's not gay.
And I always,
I guess there was like a time loop thing where like it's actually Bobby from the '60s, not Bobby that we know now.
Sure.
So it's,
and I always argue
X-Men's
with you,
weird.
and I always argue with you that like it's important because like for us it doesn't matter. There's a gazillion of us represented. We're just two straight white dudes.
Yeah.
It's all cool.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
And then it's like, and then you're almost going for more, and I'm saying it doesn't matter. This is important regardless. And then it's just like, and then you have the people online who are just like, I'm angry because there's minorities and homosexuals in my comic books,
dude. And that's
aggravating.
That's
because
where
then any realistic
to
arguments get thrown into that pile.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I've stopped fighting for it. Because like, I felt weird about Heimdall being Idris Elba.
Sure.
I think I'm on record as talking
yes,
about
we've talked
that.
about it, yeah.
And it's like, I was like, well, because they're Norse gods, and in the comics they were the Norse gods, so Heimdall's white. And then everybody's like, I don't need that, terrible
as soon as you're on the same argument as the clan,
as the clan, you don't need to do that anymore. And that's like, so I'm trying to take a more neutral stance. So what I try to do when I talk to you or anybody else, or I'm on the podcast, is just like, traditionally, this is what that character was.
Sure.
I want to see what they're doing with him. Like now that it's a girl or now that it's a dude. It's Denis Villeneuve fucking put out that he wants to do Dune from Chaney's point of view. The next film, he thought it would be interesting to do Dune from Chaney's point of view, and that's great because Paul becomes an even bigger piece of shit as the book goes along. The whole Dune series is about don't trust your fucking heroes.
Yeah,
and
it's my understanding that David Lynch
Chaney
just threw that out the window, and he actually was like a god, right?
Oh yeah, no, he is straight. Well, because at the end of the book, Paul is straight up a fucking god.
Oh, okay.
But it's afterwards that, like, and when you read through Dune Messiah and stuff, it's him being like, "Yo, man, have you ever read any of Ancient Earth's history? Have you ever heard?
I read about Kirk.
Have you ever heard about fucking Hitler? He killed 6 million people. Pretty good for his time. I've killed 16 billion. Yeah. So I'm pretty awful, and it's all about
Believe
Paul
it or not,
dealing
Josh,
with the fact
I
he's a
made
huge piece
good
of
on
shit.
my threat of looking into some Dune stuff.
I'm good, dude. I'm very happy about that.
I made good on it.
Dude, I'm super pumped for that, dude. Dude, read the books, man.
I know. Like I said, I've been obsessed. So
I'm actually rereading. I've got an audiobook of Dune. I'm listening to Dune Messiah, and it is the second book. I know the last one I was conflicted on what the second book was. It goes Dune Messiah, Children of Dune. Jihad is fucking Brian Herbert garbage.
Got it.
Please don't read the Brian Herbert books. They're terrible. Really horny.
Really?
Doesn't need to be. Dune Messiah is really fucking good because it's not action thrillery. It's more character focused in Paul dealing with
Everything
the fact
going
that
on.
he's a gigantic piece of shit and being like, yo, I didn't want any of this, but then at the same time being like, no, I'm the fucking emperor. You shut the fuck up. It's really good. Really good.
Nice. Well, yeah, that's Spider-Man. That's where this all started.
We started with Spider-Man,
and you're like,
went to the X-Men,
yeah.
ended up at Dune.
Yeah. We ended up at Dune. I was talking a little bit about what I had heard of some of the crossovers that DC's been doing. And
Yeah.
I think it's not out of the question, man, for that movie. And like, again, I do think I'm going to love that movie. You're going to hate it, or at least have a lot of problems with it.
Or
I'm going to think it's stupid. I might, you never know.
I
have my worries.
I think the hype behind the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies is what's killing Tom Holland Spider-Man for me. Because they're not that great. The side characters, which make Spider-Man, are shallow, poorly written. They're there for jokes.
Tying them into the MCU as a grander character when most of his villains are a little goofier.
Yeah, well, and his characters have very good backstories. Spider-Man's villains have always been on par with Batman's villains. They're goofy power sets and, like, oh, I'm a lizard man, and stuff like that. But they've always had very good backstories.
But how do we make them a world-ending threat that the Avengers have to deal with? That's the problem with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, as he was introduced, and this is the argument I made back when Homecoming came out, was they had to just get him in because they were winding that shit down. So they're like, get him in there. People know who Spider-Man is. Just make him do stuff that's Spider-Man-y. And I'm an idiot, so I liked it. But I 100% understood your complaints and agree with them. And I just hope
the Vulture is a fantastic villain.
Yes, and I just hope that
I hate the Vulture in the comics. I loved him in the movie.
I hope that in this one they make a Spider-Man movie that isn't just like, let's celebrate people who love Spider-Man by putting all the Spider-Man in it.
That's my biggest fear of it. And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse kind of did that, but it did it really well. Yeah. And
can they do it again, I guess.
And again, with Into the Spider-Man.
God damn it,
I almost said Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse, what gives it so much leeway to me is it's a brand new character being Spider-Man, learning from the old Spider-Man. And it is visually, it's everything that Spider-Man can do. They're much more ambitious with it in the animated version than they've ever been in any of the live action Spider-Mans. Because they
had a good plot structure to make that story be told in an interesting way.
And my big fear about this one is it's just going to be
run
of the mill Marvel movie. And it's like, no, you're trying to do Spider-Verse, but for live action Spider-Man.
Who's directing this movie?
I have not known a single director.
So if this ties into the next
big event,
Doctor Strange movie, I wonder if Raimi is kind of there, maybe having a little bit of a.
If Raimi's involved and they it's the same thing I said about why I loved and hated the Suicide Squad, because they let James Gunn do whatever the fuck he wanted. They let him off the leash, and I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
And it made me resent the Guardians movies and the Marvel movies because they're so tame and so formulaic. And that's my big fear about this Doctor Strange movie is we're not going to get enough of Raimi. But if they let Raimi do whatever he's going to do, I'm super pumped for the Doctor Strange movie. And if what you're saying is true, where they're letting Raimi dip his toes in with this and stuff, because I mean, it is called the Multiverse of Madness, and this has to do with the multiverse.
Yeah.
none of the trailers have really given me that feeling.
No, I don't think
Which
so
I think is ridiculous because they're
anything,
pulling so many characters from the Raimi era, but it doesn't look like a Raimi movie.
Yeah, if anything, they're doing the Marvel, the MCU Spider-Man shtick of you've got Doc Ock there, like, hey, shit's weird, this multiverse, right?
What's up, Peter?
You're not the Peter Parker I care about, so let's make goofy jokes at one another.
Yeah, and
I'm
it's
like,
just, that humor can only hold up the franchise for so long. And when we talk about Eternals, I'm going to talk about that in particular.
Okay.
I'm just going to say it right now.
I just want to know.
I loved Eternals.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was incredible. We'll talk about it
have a
further
discussion about that once I see
once
it.
you've seen it. Yeah.
But I
want
it's
some
funny.
ambition.
We kept saying, like, stop with the fucking 40-year game plans and just do some movies. But the fact is they keep hinting at something bigger is coming. And I kind of just want them to be like, what's your plan? Let me know. Let me know if I need to be invested in these movies going forward, or if. Let me know if I need to go see Spider-Man because I like Spider-Man and that's what I'm going to do. Is it like, we're building something up here, guys, we're starting it over again, and if it's something that I think's interesting, then maybe I'll pay more attention. But for right now, I'm kind of just picking and choosing what I want to see.
See, and which
is how it should be.
Well, and in line with what you're saying, I feel like Marvel going forward needs to focus on directors.
Yeah,
and what I'm saying there is, don't worry about your stupid bigger bit. Nobody fucking cares about Secret Wars or whatever the fuck you're trying to build to. I feel like the majority of us have moved on. Like,
yeah,
we were on board for Thanos finally showing up. The big tie-in is done. Let's get directors on board. Like let's take Spider-Man. Whoever's directing it now. I should look it up. I'm not gonna.
Who cares?
Let's sit down with him and be like, okay, we're gonna give you a 3-picture deal. What is your vision for the next 3 pictures?
Yeah.
With Zoe, with Eternals, what is your view for the Eternals going forward? And let's contain these characters. We've already established the MCU. Everything's there.
We know
when
what's going on. When we're watching a movie,
yes,
we understand that it's happening in the same world. You don't have to keep selling that idea to us.
Yeah, I don't need a big event. I don't need a build up to a big event.
Maybe a producer who's working with all these different directors, maybe
Favreau.
Maybe he is sitting there and being like, okay, well, we need to film a scene at the end of this movie that does this.
Yeah.
And that will play into your next movie, and it'll play into my guy's first movie.
Which is how it all first started.
But overall, this is his idea, and yours is separate, and we're making one movie that this director is taking all of these characters, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to lead into it. You make your movie, and I'll worry about putting little end scenes that make this cohesion make sense when the time is right.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%, dude. And I know we've talked a lot of crap about the later Christopher Nolan Batman movies and stuff. Yeah. But we need that one director through all of it. Like after Winter Soldier, I wanted more Russo brothers, Captain America, and I still hold it up to this day. Civil War.
Did they not make Civil War?
They made Civil War.
Okay.
They made Civil War.
But it wasn't
not a
Captain America movie.
Captain America, it is a Captain America movie because Captain America is the focus, but it is ultimately Avengers 2.5.
Yes.
And
because they had to make up for Avengers 2.
Because they had to make up for Avengers 2 being such a pile of shit, which they did to Avengers 2.
Yes.
Age of Ultron, so bad. But no, I I wish that they had back in the day been like, okay, Russo brothers, what is your view of Captain America going forward from Winter Soldier? You know, not what we want to do to get to our big picture, but what do you want to do with it? And that's what they need to do. They need to, especially now that interest isn't waning. These movies are still big, but at the same time, they've done it with the Ant-Man movies. They've got the same director for each one. And it feels like because Ant-Man is not a big earner, they're just like, no, do whatever you want. They need to take that approach to everyone else that they feel like is the Spider-Man, maybe Doctor Strange. I don't know.
We'll see.
And that's the thing.
Doctor
It's such
Strange.
a grab bag right now.
Every time I watch Endgame, every single time when he goes to Tilda Swinton, I'm like, I remember her being the bad guy.
No, and that blows my mind because I was like, no, she was never the bad guy. That's the one thing that I actually remember from Doctor Strange.
Every time. And you know what I've done? Not rewatched Doctor Strange to figure out why I think that. I've never watched it again, and I will for the rest of the time just be like, I thought she was the bad guy.
I'll be honest, I rewatched it. You don't need to.
Yeah,
don't do that.
It's no. They need the guy who wants to make like a cool team up movie, and then have his idea, talk to everybody else, see what their ideas are, and then like you make that work. You don't make them work around your guy's fucking team movie. You make that movie work around everybody else's ideas for these characters.
They need to go back to what it was initially, where it was like, yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
right.
Wouldn't it be cool if we tied it all in together? That's what they need to go back to. Where it's like, no, but like with their new approach, where they're just like, yeah, unless you're a dumbass indie director, Captain Marvel, we're not gonna co-directors. Yeah, unless you're dumb indie directors that are just like, yo, it's our big break. That they can be like, yeah, but we're gonna boss you around the whole fucking time. Take the hands off. Let them do what they're going to do. Let them take the story with the character that they want to go to and be like, hey, wouldn't it be fun if we did a big event again? Let it be what it is. Stop this tie-in shit.
I agree. I'm excited for Marvels. Is that what they're calling it?
The Marvel? It was Captain Marvel 2, and then they changed the title. I want to know if they're going to bring in Marvel.
The more I watch Endgame, because like I had only seen it once, and then I kind of watched it a few more times.
They
since then.
did some cool stuff.
I'm
with
just
her.
like, Captain Marvel's cool. They get me. They get me, man. And I know I want to make fun of those people, but like, she shows up and she's like, "Hey, Peter Parker, you got something for me? I'm gonna fucking just go fuck shit up.
I'm gonna go blow the fuck out of this goddamn spaceship."
And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. She's like Superman.
I liked her in the beginning, and that bit where Black Widow was trying to give her shit for not being around, and she was like, yo, there's a whole galaxy that's fucked up. I gotta do all of it myself, which cracks me up because they're doing a Nova movie, and that was Nova.
Yeah.
When Nova got cool and everybody cared about Nova. No one cared about Richard Rider back in the day when he was just a Green Lantern ripoff. But I did. But I liked Marvel, and it was cool. I didn't know who Green Lantern was at the time. I was a kid.
Times were different. It was different. It was funny at the time.
But no, I like what they did with her a lot in that movie, and I really thought that she was going to be the Doctor Strange of Endgame, where he was so cool in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought she was going to be the one, but it ended up being Nebula, and Nebula's fucking amazing in that movie.
Super cool. What a risk. Hinging that entire movie on
the weird anti-villain, anti-hero from Guardians and Guardians 2.
Yeah.
She was so great in that movie. And everything that happened in that movie, I hope James Gunn carries over and we get a more serious Peter, and we get more with Nebula, and we figure out what the fuck's going on with Gamora.
Figure out why Gamora still exists with their dumb explanation of how time travel works.
Yeah. Yeah, how Gamora's here but not here. Yeah, I want to get more into it, but the fact that like Thor's in it, I'm just like, it's gonna be just another goofy comedy.
Yeah,
which I'm cool with.
Well, it depends on the director. Like, here's the thing: the last I know, but I'm saying the last time the reason we think Thor equals comedy is because the last time we saw Thor is fucking Taika Waititi directed that movie.
Well, he's directing Love and Thunder.
Yes, exactly, but he's not directing the next Guardians movie. So.
And
That's why we
and James
connect.
Gunn is capable. Like, it's fucking super.
Yeah.
So, I don't expect him to, have rape and wanton murder.
Sure, but he's also
um,
not going to let Chris Hemsworth just improv some shit. That's what I mean.
That's a good thing.
That's what I mean. No, that's what I'm saying.
After watching Men in Black 2 and
well,
Ghostbusters 2016, that's a very good thing.
Well, Thor's going to be in it, so it might be a little goofier. And it's like, we only think that because the last movie Thor was in, he was a goofball.
Yeah.
And James Gunn might not want that in his next Guardians fucking movie.
So his stuff does seem much more structured than Taika Waititi's.
Yeah.
So, we'll see, dude. We'll see. We'll
see.
I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
Yeah, I'm glad it's actually being made, and it's like, what's that going to be like? Coming off of Suicide Squad, what is that
coming off
like?
of him being fired, rehired, and in the wake of Suicide Squad, I am very interested to see what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, Marvel. Shit. Shang-Chi. Watch it.
Yeah, give it a look, dude.
Whatever. I think I went over this before. Like, we have the same complaints, and one of us hates it, and one of us loves it.
Yeah,
so.
it's a good middle of the ground between middle ground between the two of us. Where one of us likes it and one of us didn't.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's good ground for, like,
subjective.
give it a watch, see what you think of it.
Yeah, that's
if you haven't watched it by now.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's on Disney Plus.
It's free on Disney Plus.
Definitely worth a watch.
Give it a look.
Speaking of things that are on demand, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's not actually on. I lied to you. It's not on a streaming service. You have to buy it.
You have to rent it.
Or you have to rent it. You can't even buy it.
I paid $20 to watch Last Night in Soho, and I don't regret paying that money because I wanted to watch it. It wasn't one of those ones that shows up there where I'm like, kind of wanted to see this. I really wanted to see it because it was Edgar Wright.
Exactly. And that's how I felt about it as well. I'm on board. Baby Driver is one of the best he's made. It's
Hot Fuzz is the funniest fucking movie he's ever made.
Hot Fuzz,
Scott Pilgrim, Shaun of the Dead, even At World's End. It's the weaker of the flavors Cornetto, but I still like it a whole lot. He has not made a movie that I've absolutely hated yet.
He has not made a movie that I have. He hasn't made a movie that I did not like probably until now.
Okay, well, let's get into it with that one.
So I knew that this was a horror psychological thriller going in, right? I've seen the trailers and I'm like, okay, I've seen that terrible Woody Allen movie, Midnight in Paris, right?
Ugh.
I'm getting vibes of that, but there's something more there.
There's a murder mystery.
Sure. But it's like, why? And it's like mental illness. Like, we didn't actually find anything out by the end of this movie other than either we're supposed to take it at face value that she has a gift. She's like Sixth Sense here.
Yeah.
Or she's mentally ill. And I actually don't know which one it is. And I think that's part of it. Although...
Well, I was gonna say right now. Do you want to get into spoilers?
Oh, sorry.
Discuss the ending at one point.
Ooh, sorry.
No, you didn't spoil anything.
Spoilers from the get go. If it's out on video to watch and not in the theaters, we go into spoilers. That's just the new rule. That's just the new rule here.
I was gonna say that hasn't been the rule forever. We go into spoilers all the time, but I wanted to let you know.
No, but we give a disclaimer typically.
We do give a disclaimer.
If it's out on video, just don't even look for a disclaimer. We're going to talk about it.
I love that we're both of the age where we refer to things as out on video.
It's out on video.
It's out on video. You can go rent it.
Yeah, go to the new release wall at the Blockbuster and just get it.
Walk right up to Primetime Video, grab it off the shelf.
That's it.
God, what was the video store? Video Village.
Video
when
Village.
I was a kid. Yeah.
Video Village, Hollywood Video, Blockbuster. Those are the big chains. So anyway, let's start over. Let's do our normal shtick.
Video Village was not a big chain.
I didn't care for it. Josh, what did you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it enough. It has a lot of problems. It's a mess, but I really liked it. It's a good throwback to those 60s, 70s Giallo Italian style psychedelic And that's very evident in a lot of the neon, a lot of the trippy,
a lot of the filmmaking, and a lot of what he was trying to do. I got it. I saw it. I know what he was trying to do, and I love him for being like, I made this fucking action movie. I make these comedies. I make this cop movie. I do this. I made Scott Pilgrim, which is like one of the better comic book movies of all time.
Oh, it's one of the best comic book movies of all time.
I got what he was doing, and I'm like, for a first run at this, pretty good. But there were problems that I could not overlook. The comical nature of how shitty every character was.
Yeah.
A little much. Jocasta was like a fucking joke of a character. It was like a caricature. That was her roommate when she first moved into student housing.
God. Oh God. The Mean Girl
The Mean
Squad.
Girl. Yeah, the Mean Girl Squad.
I thought that was gonna pay off.
No.
Nothing
other than I
happens.
thought maybe they had drugged her.
Was it Jocasta or was it like Jamia?
No, her name was, she got rid of her last name, was just Jocasta.
It was just Jocasta.
Jocasta.
Yeah, because Kylie did it.
Yes, it's Kylie. And then I forget why their disagreement on who Kylie was, but
well, she thought it was some old ass
Yes.
Kylie because she loves the 60s. And she was like, no, Jenna. That's my British accent.
pretty good.
It's also my Ridley.
That was like off-putting at the start, but I kind of got it. It drove her away. She was feeling overwhelmed. It was one of those things where it's like, is it this bad or is she just bad at this? No, they kind of all just sucked.
Yeah.
Like it was comical, the fact that like on the first day in student housing, she's a nightmare. She can't fucking sleep. They're partying in the halls, and it's like, it's a movie. It's a movie. It's fine.
I'm gonna dip a little bit into the Josh history here, and tell you I really associated with that because when I went away to art school, I'm a nerd.
When you did this same thing,
when I did the exact same thing,
when you left the greater Los Angeles area to go to the Los Angeles,
the Los Angeles area, I love that. No, I had a nightmare of a fucking roommate when I first moved into the dorms, and I moved out immediately and moved in with a guy from one of my classes, and he turned out to be a nightmare, and I moved into a much chiller dorm room because I couldn't afford to live on my own.
So that's like a nitpick. That's one of those things where like immediately I was kind of like, all right, you're setting this.
I mean, there was no Mean Girl situation.
You're setting like an unrealistic tone a little bit. You're exaggerating. I get it. I get what's happening.
It's over the top, but it's for a reason. But it's still like, because I'm with you on that, dude. When I was just like
suppressive. It was like suppressive feeling.
I was like, this
oppressive,
is,
I guess. Would
yeah,
be what
oppressive. I get what you mean. It didn't fit with the rest of the movie, where I was just kind of like, this is teen comedy bullshit, you know.
And then the visual of the bistro in her room when she finally goes and gets this room in Soho, and it's in this top room, and it's perfect. You know, it's got a record player. It is what it is.
Oh, like, it's every dream she's ever had.
The blinking of the light outside, and the sheet goes over, and the dream commences, right? But is it a dream? And I was in. I was like, this is fucking cool. Because some of this is computer generated, I'm sure. A lot of it, knowing Edgar Wright, this was like meticulous choreographing and cuts and like more everything is a special effect.
Oh yeah. But the whole everything where it's Anna Taylor-Joy,
and then the head goes by, and then it's her. One's in a mirror, one's not.
I thought all the mirror stuff was really well done.
They got the Weasley twins. I forget what I couldn't find the shot. I couldn't find the shot they did this, but they got the Weasley twins to do one of those mirror shots where like it was just two people that looked the same to do them. That stuff's so cool. And like that's the point, you're like into it, and then it takes that dark turn.
Yeah, it's very stylistic, and I feel like that pulls you in, and it's stylistic throughout, and that's kind of part and parcel of the Giallo stuff, where it's beautiful to look at,
drenched in way too much color, but by choice.
But the movie's kind of. And like, it kind of keeps with that whole thing where the movie's kind of like, honestly, I agree with you. But so but I liked it.
It takes its dark turn, right, almost immediately. She's psyched. She's got this like, what's happening? She doesn't kind of know, but she's psyched to go home, put on a record, and maybe this dream will sweep her up again.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
it immediately turns bad.
Well, because it's like, is it a dream or is it real? But then she's got the hickey on the neck.
That never comes back into play.
Never
because that's what I expected the whole movie to be.
I thought like she was going to get the actual wounds and everything.
Is she there or is she not there? And then it just turned into she sees ghosts.
But they're not ghosts because she gets to interact them because she breaks through the window.
She does at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little iffy on those, like taking some cool ideas and then not running with them. So
then does Anna Taylor-Joy actually see her?
I don't. Well, the thing is, spoilers. Anna Taylor-Joy is still alive.
Yes.
That's the real issue.
So
with the
you
whole
would
thing.
Exactly, because there's a point where she says she doesn't want to look in the mirror and I was like, are they hinting at when she looks in the mirror she sees her the girl from the future?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can't remember her name.
Ellie.
Yeah. Does she see Ellie? And then,
that's
to old,
that's the cool thing is they change those characters' perspectives and who they see in the mirror.
Yeah.
So, but is the lady in the past seeing Ellie or seeing herself?
Yeah, because they do
that touch at the end like they did at the beginning, and I'm like, such a cool concept, but it doesn't stick to it. It becomes more of a she's haunted by ghosts. And if you know me and horror, I fucking ghosts are the laziest, stupidest things ever.
And they're not even ghosts; they're zombies.
They're zombie ghosts.
Yeah, and why
do they interact with her when they're as ghost form? I thought it was going to be she was stuck in this nightmare of trying to live this other life and had to like. This is what I thought the movie was going to be when I saw the trailers and was excited for it. She's living this life and it takes a dark turn and she has to solve it before she lives through it herself.
Before she gets murdered. No. I am 100%.
And it just became like they were ghosts.
I'm 100% with you on that because I felt like once it took the turn where it was a zombie ghost kind of thing, I was like, what the fuck? Because it was just like, no, this isn't even what you've been leading up to.
No, not even close.
This is nonsense. And even if you kept the ghost element of it, keep the ghost element of it, I'm cool with that. The fact that, like you said, they're grabbing her and pulling at her and stopping her, and they're essentially just zombies.
They were stopping her, but then also and the message of the movie is also messy. So it was like messy. They were trying to stop her and saying help, and then they're like call the police, and then she's like, no, because you deserve it.
Yeah,
you guys hired a prostitute. And you guys didn't know that she was forced into it. Yeah. So you deserve to die. So at one point it was like, she's bad because she murdered. Oh, spoiler alert. She was the murderer. Sandy was.
Yeah.
The whole time. And she's still alive. It's the lady who fucking rented her the room.
I love how that's like the third time you've said spoiler alert and we already addressed it.
So then it becomes, so then the message is really weird because she's freaked out when she's hearing the tale and then she's getting attacked by zombie ghosts. And then they're like, yeah, call the police, help us. We were murdered by this lady. And she's like, well, you kind of deserved it. And I'm like, what? Which one is it, lady?
Well, dude, like I was really confused by that as well, where I was just like, yo, is she going to help these guys? They're kind of scummy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but they did get murdered. And then I was like, no, they're fucking pricks. So when she was like, no, I was like, okay, thank you.
Like her pimp, obviously nobody feels bad for that guy. Like,
no.
The carrot, like, especially when you see him hanging with the dude who called her a slut in the first one. And you're like, dude, they play this game. Like they were in on it together.
Oh yeah, no, this was all set up to get her recruited.
To get her recruited into this. God, in the seedy fucking back room of the place that she was, the Rialto or whatever it was called, like where you see all the shit going on back there, so scummy, and people are grabbing her, and then it's like she's in the room, but they're grabbing her. Some of the good scares came through.
Yeah.
Is she living this, or is she dreaming this, or whatever? And then when it became she's definitely awake, and the ghosts are just invading her in her awake life.
Yeah.
It became like very confusing on what's happening and what the point of all this is.
Yeah.
But those good scares when when shit goes bad and she starts, waking up and then somebody barges through the door and then she's swept right back into the dream. And then it's like, boom, that's the good, quick cutting Edgar Wright, fucking awesome filmmaking.
Oh yeah. Well,
like baby. And it's just like right there in his face, like that kind of good shit. So good.
Well, yeah.
The story and the plot is where this movie
because it falls apart. It falls apart in the last third. That's where it falls apart. Is in the last third of the film when all of a sudden the ghosts are invading her real life. That was like, I liked the fact that she was having nightmare visions and stuff, but I felt like it should be that she can't tell the difference between the dream and reality.
Yeah.
So she was seeing maybe the pimp or something, not the fucking zombie ghosts.
Yes.
That was dumb as shit.
Yeah, exactly. So like when she went to go stab Jocasta in the face,
yes,
but it was like she was trying to stab a zombie ghost. It's like, no, she should have been like, I'm in it now. I'm back in the 60s and there he is. I got to get him.
Yeah, it should have been the pimp the whole time.
Yeah.
Like when she had the nightmare when she was gonna hook up with her boyfriend.
Yes.
The guy who I liked a whole lot. That guy was one of the best parts of the movie.
He was just a good, cool dude.
He was just a dude that was like, because like they set up the fact that she needs to be afraid of city people, especially with the scummy cab driver.
I was gonna say immediately. Yeah, this cab driver's like, you might have a new stalker. You got the legs for it.
You got the legs for it. Oh, I'm gonna try to rape you later.
And that was good. Yeah. That was like.
That was great.
That was fine. It was mostly like the over the top shit was mostly like, this is the worst place in the world to ever live ever. But like, no, the scummy cab driver, her being alone in the big city, like, yeah, that was good stuff.
No. But when she has the nightmare, when her and the boyfriend are gonna consummate their relationship, and she has a nightmare vision, we needed more of that. And that was what I was hoping would be going forward, was when she had that nightmare vision of him being the one that's murdering, and she can't tell the difference between what's actually happening. And so she's freaking out. And that poor kid's just like, what's happening?
She's letting it in. It's getting to her. She's got to figure it out. Yeah. And then it just becomes... nonsense. She has it explained to her, and then zombie ghosts are trying to get her, and then the house burns down. But we're skipping a big part of that in the beginning. She sees ghosts in mirrors.
I thought that was awesome. The way that he just goes right in, the way that they did it, where they just go right into it. And I liked how subtle it was, because you just see her in the mirror, and you're kind of like, oh, is she there or not? And then when they cut away, she's in the mirror, dip down, pop back up, she's gone. And it's not a jump scare or anything. No. It's very subtle, very quick, and I liked how it was handled very much.
But that
was the first and last time that happened.
That's where the zombie ghosts are problematic for me.
Exactly.
Because
I agree with you.
Because that's ambiguous. Does she actually see ghosts, or is she mentally unwell? They talk about her mom, mental breakdown, killed herself, whatever.
I feel like what really breaks it down is the end of the film, where she gets her big fashion show, and everybody's her biggest fan, even the mean girls. And they're just like, oh, you know, kind of thing, like, oh, you're so brave, and all that shit. And it's just like, none of this happened. She's out of her fucking mind.
Right.
She's locked up somewhere. We needed some real closure.
Ambiguous is fine, but but that's the thing. They didn't even really toe that line. It's just kind of like, me as a viewer, you showed me
the house burns down, zombie ghosts are trying to kill her.
At face value, she's got a gift.
Yeah.
The gift is a curse, as it normally is.
Yeah.
But also, it was because this lady kind of sucks and she's surrounded by dead bodies. So what do you expect is going to happen? I did like that her room is literally just lined with the bodies of all the victims of this girl.
Hundreds
no
of
wonder
dudes.
she's so affected, if that's true.
Yeah.
But it's like, is that true, or is she? So that's the thing. They're telling us it's true by her seeing all the zombie ghosts and it being like laid out that yes, she murdered all these people. Plus all the times we've seen her see stuff in the mirror. But then at the same time, they're like, you're crazy, lady.
Yeah, well, and then they also lend some credence to it being actually true when she's in the library and she's going through and she sees all these articles that seem pointless where they're talking father of four missing, the cab driver missing.
And that was all the
director missing. And then when she's like, you can help start with the next box. He's like, that's all in one fucking year.
Yeah.
And it's all the guys that Sandy killed.
Not to mention Lindsay, the old man, was one of the
was
guys from the Vision, the cop, not Jack, because she killed him.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. So it's like they didn't lean towards ambiguous. They made it kind of cut and dry that like it all got figured out in the end. But then I'm like, but you also are making me think maybe she's crazy.
She's out of her mind.
And I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't think the viewer is supposed to think that at the end. I think the viewer is supposed to be like, it came to a nice conclusion, but through bad plot and filmmaking, I'm
that ambiguity is not there. Yeah, and because they made it really concrete, and then they do that weird fucking ending, and it's like, no, you can't bring in ambiguity when you've made it so real.
They have that connection there at the end, and then it's just like, I'll still be. That's what I mean by their mess. So it's not even really the ambiguity of the ending. It's their messaging of what we were supposed to learn from this was odd.
Yeah.
Because again, she's like, wow, you killed all these people, but they kind of were scummy. And it's like, well, yeah, but I think
and that's where I feel like the modern movie making takes a back step, because a lot of those movies that it's an homage to end like that, where it's like, what the fuck just happened?
And I think I had a complaint like this in Baby Driver as well, that Baby and Deb's relationship had this real old school kind of whimsical thing to it that was a little unrealistic.
Oh yeah. And every time he goes to the diner, and especially the end of Baby Driver, is kind of like, wait, what?
Yeah, right.
It's all super saturated and almost Hallmark looking and everything. It's weird. But that was my thing, was the end of the movie kind of just sticks a big fucking knife in it. Like, I like the movie a whole lot, but I hear all of your complaints, because I was still kind of like, yeah, this movie's a fucking mess. But I think I got pulled into it. I feel like
it took a turn that I was not expecting. I'm not going to lie. I was like, there's going to be a murder. Things are not going to go right for this girl. But for it to immediately be like, yo, you're in this disgusting kind of showgirl show. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, now I'm fucking pimping you out.
Yep.
And you're like, oh my God.
What the
fuck's going on?
I think a movie that did that style of homage much better, and there's a lot of comparisons that can be drawn here, is Neon Demon.
Sure.
Neon Demon did the feel of the Giallo movies much better than this movie. But
I love Neon Demon.
I have come around to loving Neon Demon, because I liked it, but it disturbed the shit out of me. And the more I think about Neon Demon, the more I'm like, no, that movie's fucking great.
Maybe this movie's too quaint, and that's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy to say about something that's like kind of so dark.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like maybe it's a little too quaint.
Yeah. No. I get what you're. I still like. Again, I liked this movie a whole lot, but I agree with you. Again, very quaint. It's not. It's a little too timid to go full bore, whereas Neon Demon goes full bananas.
Nobody's vomiting up an eyeball.
Yeah, nobody's eating another woman.
Yeah.
For jealousy or anything like that. It's nobody's going full crazy in this movie, and that's the problem. Is again, I bring up, it's the ending it is the ending that kind of deflates everything.
The end,
because it is so ambiguous. until they start making it reality.
Yes.
And then the ending is so fucking
There were witnesses
out of nowhere.
and-
yeah.
yeah,
Well, and then like you think about the reality of that situation, the dude that's in class with her boyfriend, is in the audience, not backstage where he would be, having worked in shit like this.
Sure.
He would
He
be
was in
back
her
there.
class. Yeah.
He would be back there working on the show because that's part of his grade. He wouldn't be in the audience.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where that's honestly to me where it starts to feel like a fantasy and she's just locked up somewhere.
yeah, you cut away from the craziness of the burning down house and this and that. Yeah, I get that. That's interesting. I
That's
think
where
I
it comes out of left field for me.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense.
It was more like the reveal and how she acted or like how she took it was so bizarre because I'm like, okay, you were going crazy because you thought this person was murdered and you thought you were going to have to live her life and whatever. It's like, well, she's fine. And now why are these zombie ghosts attacking her?
Yeah.
That's the part where like it didn't make a lot of sense.
No. It falls apart.
The ambiguity
once
is
the
like, sure,
zombie ghosts
some
show up.
ambiguity, whatever. For me, it seemed pretty concrete. Sure, at the end, she sees her mom, she sees Sandy again. And it's like, that makes sense because you saw Anna Taylor-Joy again sitting there getting burned in the building. It wasn't the old lady anymore. It was like
I
had a connection.
That. I liked that bit a lot where she sees what she's used to seeing instead of the old lady.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. But I'm with you where like once the zombie ghost showed up, the movie falls apart, dude. It really does.
Yeah.
But
I really loved it when it was just like, is she asleep? Is she awake? Somebody barging through the door and pulling her through and she's in a club. And then she's her again. And then you see her in the mirror and you're like, that is her. Amazing. I was on board 100%. As soon as it flipped to like, she's losing her mind, I was like, okay, if she is just losing her mind, not as cool, but I'm on board. Then it was like, no, she just thinks she's losing her mind. And then at the end, I was like, she's losing her mind. And they're
she's
like,
out of her mind.
No, she's not. Very concretely, no, she is not.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, then all of this makes no sense. I guess she just sees ghosts.
Yep. That's well, and they hint at her having a bit of psychosis when she's talking to her grandma in the house before she leaves for school.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then the way the movie ends is just like, yo, did she make?
She says, I don't want you to get I don't want to see you getting overwhelmed again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what happened last time and everything. Yeah. And so it's like, I guess she's crazy and none of it happened. But
I like her boyfriend a lot. You said this already, but I remember where she's freaking out, calling her grandma. I have to leave. I have to go home. And she's like, will you take me to the bus station? He's like, I'll drive you back. And he's like, you have a car? He's like, how are you supposed to get from South London to North
London? Yeah. No, he is a solid dude.
No, I know what you mean. When I moved to North London, I didn't think it was going to work out. Oh, why? Where are you from? South London.
South London. Yeah.
When in a world where everybody sucked, it was just a very funny dude who was like, hey, you're cute.
Hey, I'm a normal guy.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to have a drink with you. Yeah, dude, that guy was great. Yeah, I heard you worked here, so I thought I'd come and order a couple drinks. You know, like he's just a normal fucking guy.
Even after smashing the mirror, a lady saying she was going to kill him and cutting his foot, he's like, are you okay? Because you kind of really freaked out back there. I'll give you a ride home.
Yeah. The old lady was like, get the fuck out of here. And then the next day, he's just like, hey, are you cool?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about last night. Did I do anything? My bad, dude.
Yeah.
Totally my B. And it's like, and she's just like, no, you're cool. And he's like,
okay, because he freaked out like I was going to rape you.
Yeah. He's like, because I wasn't going to. It seemed cool, you know? Like, and she was like, no, this is cool. I'm just fucking out of my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
No, I liked him a lot.
Anya Taylor-Joy did a great job.
I like, dude.
Who is it? Doctor Who fucking did it?
Mike Smith, Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
He, dude, for most of the movie, I don't know if you did this, but I was like, is his face CGI?
Right.
Because he looked like a cartoon.
Yeah,
man.
he's got a weird looking face.
He has a really weird looking head.
Thomas and McKenzie, though, I haven't seen Old. I've seen Jojo Rabbit.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Old, but I'm just like, do I like her? I'm not sure if her performance was all that great.
I thought she was the weakest out of the whole
Yeah.
movie.
She was great in Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, she was fantastic in Jojo Rabbit.
She has my favorite line of all time. Where she says, where he goes, you're a, and she's like, say it. And he's like, a Jew. And she says, Gesundheit.
Did not know that was your favorite joke.
Dude, it's amazing. I was sold on that movie immediately when that happened.
It was funny. You brought up my favorite line in all of movies earlier. The kids all call me Dick. Well, kids can be cruel.
Yeah, I don't know. Overall, like, I appreciate the movie and I can see there's plenty of aspects that I like about it.
I like it because,
but I think in terms of writing, because that's why he left Ant-Man. He's like, I'm a writer-director.
Yeah.
Left Ant-Man over it.
Well, and see,
this is a poorly written movie.
And that's what I like, because he is a writer-director. So you're going to watch him triumph and you're going to watch him fail. And
Sure.
I love that he took his shot with this movie, and it doesn't work as great as some of his other, like it. If we're gonna go with his last movie and his most recent movie,
yes.
this movie doesn't measure up. But I know going forward, he's gonna give me something else that's wholly
absolutely.
his own vision. And I just like watching these creative dudes do their own thing.
Absolutely. I appreciate this movie for what it was doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like it, and I don't blame them. It falls apart for me.
No, and I totally see where it falls apart, because it does fall apart. It's a mess. I like it.
Yeah, sure. And it's in my least favorite genre, let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
That has a little bit of consideration.
Kind of revenge flick.
I'm just glad that his first movie after he got rid of out of the Coronado trilogy was Baby Driver, and it was great and universally kind of loved, and it wasn't like this, because I feel like people would be like, I don't know if he's got it outside of those comedy films.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You know what's funny too is, as I was watching, I was like, dude, Edgar Wright just loves fucking music.
He loves music, and he loves a foreign cinema.
Oh, he loves it. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, because it shows in Baby Driver. It shows in this.
Edgar Wright is the guy who I look at and I go, like, this is why I'll never be anything, because I'm not like, I haven't listened to every fucking song in the world. I haven't seen every movie ever. And I'm not motivated to make a movie every 3 years for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? He's nuts.
Dude.
He deserves all of his success. He's a very hardworking, fucking funny dude.
Very funny dude, very hardworking dude, very creative dude. All of his movies are incredibly stylistic, and I love that about it. I think you and I were talking about this off record one time, about how he handles going to a new location for a character who's never been there. And I loved the way they talked
about it. Sorry, I don't want to. This is one of those things where we might be called out. This was in Every Frame of Painting. Talked about in Hot Fuzz.
Yes,
how he transitions characters from place to place.
Yeah,
yes.
And I loved the way that they did it in this movie with her going to London, where she doesn't see the whole big city. There's not one huge gap in the urban jungle of London to see London in all its glory, or we don't get the shot of her looking out the window and then we cut to a train pulling through a bridge and we see all of London. Mm-hmm. She can't fucking see it through the train because she's on a train.
Yes.
So you get quick glimpses and you get her trying
to look out the window of the cab.
The guy takes that trope and just chucks it out the window. And I love how he does that in every movie he does. I just like Edgar Wright movies, dude. And it's hard for me to pick the movie apart, but it's also very easy, especially after once the climax starts to happen.
I might have been Amazing Spider-Man on this one.
I think you got Amazing Spider-Man.
A little bit, because...
Are we going to coin that as a phrase for us now? Every time we buy the hype in, we're like, we've been Amazing Spider-Man.
You're too hyped up and it doesn't live up. You got Amazing Spider-Man.
I like that.
We're coining that term right here, right now.
I like that.
Because overall, like when I think about the movie, I'm like, in this part, I'm all jazzed up. And then like my overall thought though, even while I was watching the movie, was that of disappointment. Which is too bad.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
I feel I hate that you felt that way, dude. Because it's like I know. Because correct me if I'm wrong. I think Edgar Wright is like your favorite fucking director.
Absolutely.
And like to hear that from you makes me sad, dude. Makes me sad all day. If Dune,
I can still watch Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
To this day, and still just be like blown away by it. Like.
You make Scott Pilgrim references almost every time.
And then it's like you watch Hot Fuzz and you're like, this is one of the funniest fucking movies I've ever seen.
Hot Fuzz.
Then you watch
Baby
Baby Driver and you're like, there will never be like sound design and editing and fucking action to music better than this movie ever.
No, Baby Driver. I think I said it when we were talking about it. Baby Driver is a musical.
Yes.
I kind of, when this movie first started, I was like, this movie's a musical.
Yeah, he did parts with the headphones. Some of the sound mixing coming right off of Baby Driver was like a little bit not as good.
Really, because I liked the sound design in this one. I liked the transition from headphones to no headphones.
Those were good. It was, I think,
the way the music kind of warbles once she gets into the dreams.
Okay, see, that's the stuff that I didn't like.
See, I liked that because you go from that vinyl sound to a warbly bit to live music.
Sure.
And I liked how that sounded because it gives you a bit of a hint that you're not listening to the record anymore. You're listening to the actual song. I thought that was really well done.
It seemed a little off to me. I don't know.
It was funny as fuck when she was trying to figure out what year it was when she wanted to go to theater. I was just like, what year did that Bond movie come out?
Yeah,
Look up
right.
the fucking
Thunderball
Bond movie. Look up Thunderball.
At the end credits, they had a big long thing about how they had to license that out, to show that it was showing at a movie.
Well, because Bond is notoriously in trouble every time they do anything with James Bond, because there's like, I think it's like Marvel back in the 90s where they were just like, we're going bankrupt here. You take the rights. You take the rights. You take the rights. You take the rights. So I feel like Bond had that kind of problem. I don't know too much about how the Bond series was handled franchise wise and everything like that. But I feel like it's that kind of problem where it's just like, no, Sony has the rights to these guys, but not these guys. And then Warner Brothers has these rights. And then the fucking Fox has these rights. And Sony has these rights. And it's just Jesus. But no, I liked, I was the whole time, I was just like, what do you mean you don't know?
Yeah.
Fucking Google Thunderball.
That's it. Yeah. It's funny. At first I was wondering what year it was. And then people started using their phones finally. It was, I like how he didn't want people to be using their phones, I guess. Like it's a weird nitpick, I guess, just living in real life. You know how often somebody's fucking sitting with their phone out.
for you know, because that felt really anachronistic to me, where I was just like, no, people would just use it's fucking. She lives now.
Yeah,
she looks like she lives then because that's her style choice.
But she's getting all of her information from like a barmaid and the guy at the fucking library.
Yeah.
And it's like, take your phone out.
Yeah, use your phone. You have the ability. You know you can Google. Use the Google. No,
well, I don't know. Overall, again, I appreciate the movie. It didn't work for me, but I see what he was doing, and I'm glad that it worked for you.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Yes, it is a fucking mess of a movie. Don't care. Liked it a whole bunch, dude. I love how stylistic it was. This is
one of those movies that I'll watch scenes from it again. Her going into there the first time is so good.
Oh, it's so amazing.
Mirror, especially when they have the mirrors going down the staircases and like
so
how
cool.
they pull that off is crazy.
The way they introduce Anna Taylor-Joy is so good in the fucking movie. I loved that. Dude, I'll be honest. I feel like this was a style over substance movie where I got pulled in by the style, and I'm unapologetic about it. I liked this movie a whole lot. I think this was an interesting episode where we're on two opposite sides for both films.
Like, yeah, for each movie we talked about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
except for Halloween. Yeah.
No. Yeah. I forgot we talked about that. Literally just happened, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck that movie. Whatever." Shang-Chi. No. I well acted. Well directed as usual. Editing's on point. But music choice is just chef
Music
kissed.
choice, tempo, pacing.
Pacing is great. There's never a point where the movie drags. No. There's just a point in the movie where it gets fucking dumb.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what sucks, dude. And I like it in spite of the fact that it gets dumb. If you want a better version of what they're trying to pay homage to, watch Neon Demon.
Yeah, I was expecting a concept that I didn't get, I think. Or I did initially, and then it changed gears.
You got Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I got Amazing Spider-Mans. I mean, there you go.
Copyright, trademarked.
We own Amazing Spider-Man.
We now own Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much different.
Much different. It's not the same. There's an id on the end.
All right. Well, would you recommend people watch this movie, Josh?
Yes.
I do too. I'm sure it'll be out for free soon enough.
Oh, yeah.
But even still, $20. Yeah, sure.
It's honestly...
Or to go to the theaters. It's probably still there.
We have rented, I think, 2 movies off of Amazon Prime to watch together and talk about. What was the other one? One was a huge pile of shit.
Yes.
I don't think we even talked about it.
Probably not. Which one was that? Wait, we did.
We did.
Yeah, it's
worth the price.
It's worth
the price.
Yeah,
it's honestly pay the $20.
It's worth a watch, you know.
Pay the $20, or if you're tight on money, I totally get that. Wait till it's free. Give it a watch. Please, just everybody that can, watch the movie.
Yeah, it'll be on Amazon Prime, I'm sure. Or if you have, $8, go see it in theaters. I think it's still there. If you're comfortable with that, that's cool. But again, me and you have a lot of the same gripes and the same thoughts about it.
Yeah.
And one of us likes it and one of us kind of is a little disappointed by it. That's kind of been the theme for this episode, man. It's hard for me to tell. We have no definitive answer for our listeners here.
That's the time.
Who do you vibe with more here? Make your decision based off of that.
Yeah, who's your favorite? It's me.
Who's your favorite? It's Josh. Everybody knows. I'm just here to fucking do the intro and talk shit.
No, but I think Ryan, what would be interesting is if you watched this movie, give us a comment on Twitter, send us an email.
Oh shit! Josh is
leave a comment.
Josh is doing plugs and doing the outro.
I'm doing some plugs, bro.
Oh my god!
No, we're available on all. I turn my head around like he does. I don't do it well enough. No, but no, give us some feedback. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, hit us in the comments on iTunes, or it sucks. I think most of our listeners use Spotify. They don't have any integrated.
If you listen to it on Spotify, shoot over to our YouTube channel
or at Mighty Movie Pod on Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah, or email us.
Email us. It's mightyfishpodcast@gmail.com. We used to be called the Mighty Fish Podcast.
Yeah,
but we're not changing the email.
No.
Yeah, like Josh said, we're available on all.
Yeah, dude, just please, give us some feedback. Let us know what you thought.
Yeah, you can give us feedback that's not just in person, because we get plenty of feedback. Yeah.
Don't just run into me randomly when we're working together or whatever.
We'll pull the curtain back a little bit. It actually helps the podcast out if you were to interact with us digitally.
Yeah.
It's in the digitally. It's engagement. It's called viewer engagement.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Just
Josh started the plugs. I was impressed by it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Give us some feedback on any of the platforms that you can. If you listen through Spotify, like Ryan was saying, go to one of our other outlets and where you can leave a comment or a rating or something like that. Let us know what if you watch either of the movies, let us know what you thought. We are eager to hear your opinions, and we may even address it in a future episode.
I'm so impressed with Josh right now. I actually don't know what's going on.
I'm trying to be more engaging.
I know.
I'm the co-host.
I know. Damn.
Usually I leave the technical shit up to you, where I'm just like, I'm the talent, and I sit here and
like I said, I said impressed. Don't give me shit. I was giving you a compliment.
I appreciate it. Try to take some initiative here.
Twitch.tv/Mighty Fish Productions. You can find us playing whatever there. Hopefully Battlefield. I think they're going to patch it pretty soon.
They're not good.
New World. I was playing some of that the other day. Still fun. Also, hopefully they patch it.
Crap.
Halo Infinite's fucking great.
Dude, I need to grab Halo Infinite so we can play it, because we played it a bit the other day.
I saw you. You had the fever.
Dude, I got it. And I was running away. Your brother was just like, and I was like,
Mine. No, you can't shoot a single guy.
You suck. It's mine. The only reason
he was getting double coached and he only got like one kill.
Dude, the only reason I did any good was because everybody on the opposite team on that one was fucking terrible. I'm as bad as Brandon is.
I highly doubt that, but you can watch us there. Twitch.tv/Mighty Fish Productions. We are on YouTube. It is YouTube. We're Mighty Fish Productions on YouTube, I should say. At Mighty Movie Pod on Twitter. That's going to be it. We got to wrap this one up. My bars are moving funny. That's how I know we've gone over 2 hours. Yee. Say bye to the people.
Goodbye, dude.
Goodbye. Hopefully it turns off.